Alright guys, welcome back. So today I want to go through some of the best teams / characters and also the best potential for Escanor and do a little bit of a breakdown about what you should be pairing up with him, because there are a few characters that you can now use with Escanor since he got added towards the game and since he's a green type character. There are a few characters you probably haven't used that you may have some interest towards, and I'm definitely going to be using them in some content. So we'll start off with our actual potential. So for Escanor, it's pretty simple guys. It's just full on attack. I know his actual tier 2 skill does say he can increase his crit chance and crit damage, but there's already characters in the game that can increase your crit damage by like 30%. So if we look at our potential roles here, you can get upwards to 30% crit damage, which is nice, right? But like, bear in mind, you can bring, and we're going to talk about in a second, but there are characters out there that do increase Escanor's crit damage by 30% passively anyway, right? Where there's no character out there that increase your attack by 40%, like how you can on these roles right here. So I definitely recommend, you know, if you are planning to be Escanor, I mean, obviously right now I have some mid to low rolls here. I'm definitely, after this video when I have time and I'm sleeping a little bit, I'm definitely going to unchip tech them and just keep on re-rolling legendary attack rolls until I do get the 40% ones, because I want Escanor to be the best character in the game. So I'm definitely going to be pushing towards them 40%, which I haven't done towards any other character, but it's something I will be doing towards Escanor. But yeah, team 1 is going to be something like this. It's going to be like a full sin team and of course a little bit of blues and a tank character. Now depending on what you're versing and what you're playing, you could switch it in towards a actual healer. So if you want to take out, you know, Galand, or you want to take out Monspeed, then you definitely can put a healer in. Dogetto, it doesn't need to be him. It's just bring any tank character that you want to. But I do like this team the most, mainly because it has a lot of characters on the team that have so many different colors. You have a red DPS, you have light types with obviously Gopher and obviously Barn, you have green, so you can have all the colors covered, and something you can probably auto in a lot of PvE content when it comes to your main stages, because it doesn't really matter what color they are, and especially since Escanor's actual ultimate has tab advantage against every boss in the game basically. You know, it fills everything. You can kind of use this and not really worry about what the boss color actually is and run through a lot of content. Obviously, we are bringing Monspeed, which are going to... We missed the Blaze actually, but he does actually lower critical resistance, so you're more likely to crit with not only Barn, but other characters like Melee as well. And you are also optimizing and getting more use out of that Sunshine proc on Escanor, since he has now gotten... well, you will have a lot more crit damage. But yeah, we're rinsing through all of Nightmare since Escanor has been added. So yeah, that is kind of one of the first teams that I'm probably going to be going towards. But there are some other characters that I want to showcase a little bit more. And this is Elaine. So Elaine's a character you probably haven't used. And she's not the worst, but not the best, right? I do kind of like her a little bit. She's now, I think, a little bit better with Escanor being in the game. Every 5 seconds, she can lower the critical resistance by 22%. Which, if you lot don't know, Monspeed also lowers the critical resistance by 18%, I think it is. So you get upwards to, was it 40% critical resistance down, which is a very, very good chance that you're going to crit a lot of times, right? However, the only problem is she does it every 5 seconds and it only lasts 3 seconds. And she does have to successfully attack someone. And bear in mind, these do stack because Monspeed's critical resistance down is for his Hellblaze debuff. They do actually stack together. And we are also bringing Malascalar because Malascalar does increase crit damage. But then again, if you lot don't know, that's also what King does. But she does do a little bit of healing and also accuracy buff if you want to use it. I'll showcase her more a little later on in a better team. But yeah, that's a character you could be using. So we jump over now. You see, probably not as good as the last one because, like I said, we're leaning a bit more in towards Escanor being a big DPS character and not bringing characters like Galand and Melee that would benefit quite a lot when they tab advantage. But yeah, right now, if we proc up here, you'll see every 5 seconds. You'll probably see it pop on. Hopefully, we don't miss here because I am a little bit high levels. So there you go. You have that little critical resistance lower there. And it just means we're more likely to crit, right? Especially when Escanor's stacking up his little sunshines. And I think they time properly as well, where Escanor and also Elaine will use those two skills at the exact same time because it's every 5 seconds. But there is just more ways to do more damage with your Escanor. So, honestly, Elaine's not the worst character. She's a character I think you can substitute in a little bit more now that we have Escanor in the game. But yeah, we have the Hellblaze on. Elaine does the little crit defense lower. Escanor already there. And we probably got like a massive crit, even with Barn as well, right? Everyone's critting more often now. I think we're seeing like quite a lot of crits there, but look at that. Escanor, I'm pretty sure we saw all Escanor crits there. The boss, I'm pretty sure, type Varnish, so that's why the Barn popped off like crazy. But yeah, Malacta probably not doing too much for this team, so if any of you might swap her out. But when Malacta does probably a little bit better, and we added in another character, and that is this team right here. So this team is leaning a little bit more in towards green characters. I kind of forgot to mention it, but she does buff up crit damage for greens and also 10 commandments. So it does actually work for Monspeed, who's we're using it anyway, right? So he's going to do a little bit more damage than usual. I mean, we're not really trying to use Monspeed as a big DPS character, but hey, more damage for him, we don't mind it. But this time, we're actually adding in Liz. So the main use you want to do with Escanor, I think, is to bring characters that can reduce your cooldown. So Gopher naturally is a massive plug and play, because lowering cooldowns by 2 seconds does include your skill 2 ability. So you can use this every 5 seconds, and then once Gopher's ultimate does proc, it then turns into a 2-second buff, which means you can stack these even more. And that also goes towards Elaine. So for Elaine, for example, she can have like she can proc this twice in a row, I think, without it leaving. But yeah, the reason we're bringing Liz is because she does that as well. She lowers cooldowns by 2. So you can combine both her and Gopher together to get a pretty nasty combo a little bit. And if she does crit, you're going to increase your crit chance for green characters by 20%, which is obviously very, very good for Escanor. They do stack as well. So you're getting 20% crit chance. Was it 20? Was it 12 crit chance through Escanor Sunshine? 24% crit damage. Then you're also lowering the crit distance by 40%. You're also buffing up with King. You're getting like an extra 20% attack. Plus Escanor's overwhelm buff as well, where he's getting 50% attack. You're doing a lot with this team if it all actually works, because she does need a crit. I don't actually have any rolls onto her, but let me just try and put some crit chance onto her, see if that makes a difference. Okay, I'm switching over towards normal. This team is going to be a little bit harder to use because your dupes actually do matter a little bit, and I keep missing on, you know, Liz and the other Elaine as well. But if we jump over towards Gopher now, it should be, because we don't really missing this stage, right? So right now, boom, we applied the defense lower. Yeah, we're getting a crit buff. You're seeing a lot there. That you see that Elaine? The Liz is just keep blocking the crit chance. We killed it too quick. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder to use in Nightmare, because if you don't have, like, Elaine and Liz built up, then they're going to miss a lot, right? Even Monspeed is 3-star missing quite a lot. But you can see that crit chance is constantly up there. It's making Monspeed do a lot more damage too. Okay, it is a crazy combo if it does work. Alright, I want to jump into Tower Trials with like the full green team to see if this does actually work here. But it might do alright, you know. So boom, we got the crit chance there. So late. Oh wow, Gila did a lot there. Yo. I guess he's got a bit of AoE skills. Yeah, we just 7 seconds. Like I said, probably not going to be the best team, because you might want to go towards more of a Sin team. But hey, if you don't have the Sin team built up, or you don't have Galand, you can always like substitute Elaine in. And then Liz is obviously going to be really good too. But very situational. I think you more reliably go towards Gopher. But I do like the fact that she does crit. But like I said, she does have to have really high dupe level a little bit, because her crit chance naturally is quite low, and if she starts missing, then she's not going to be able to crit. But with this team setup, you can get hopefully more crits with Elaine and obviously Monspeed as well. This won't really work too well in Nightmare, because Nightmare, the stats are so much higher, where your legendaries normally, from where I am at right now, do need to be around 4-star. You can see when we jump over towards Nightmare, we can try the exact same team, but it's very, like, you gotta, like, it's luck dependent, because we miss, right? I'm not too sure how much we crit. Okay, we got, we did get a crit buff there, actually. But you can see, like, we got the resist lower, so it's working, but Monspeed missed his actual ultimate, and once he misses, then, yes, he's missing. So, like, I think that's, like, the biggest bad thing. I mean, too bad, I could probably keep trying and probably get it to work, but like I said early on, with that Sin team, and, like, the fact that it has all colors, you'd rather go towards that, right? Alright, let me try again. Hopefully you get the Monspeed buff, though, straight away. Okay, so applied. And hopefully we got some crits there. So we got some crit chance. Nice. So she's critting a bit. So if it starts to work, it does work. Boom. Another crit lower as well. Nice. Escanor big. So like I say, when the team works, like you see, we struggled before with it, right? But then boom, it pops off. Okay, we missed that a little bit. So like I said, for Nightmare a little bit, it's a bit more challenging, because you have to actually rely on you know, you're not missing. But even still, like, you don't want to give your characters accuracy, because they all would have, like, crit chance a little. I guess another team that you could lean into a bit more as well is, like, the full yellow team with Salad, because, like we talked about before, with the fact that Liz can lower the cooldowns, right? He can also do that with his actual ultimate a little bit. It's not as good, because it's only 1 second rather than 2. Fun fact, he actually got nerfed. On the beta, he was 2 seconds, but he nerfed it. I think it might be the only character that actually got like a full-on nerf. And he also resourced energy to be crits, which if you have Arthur, and maybe take out Gilfon to put like another like Monspeed in to get some more crits off. But let's see if this team works. Obviously, this is definitely needed more in towards Barn being a DPS character, so we will do naturally a lot more. But Escanor can probably keep up though. Somehow he's doing a lot of damage, surprisingly. And he's not even like, I haven't done any potentials onto him. But yeah, I think Solad's the only like actual decent epic character people have been using. So yeah, that's like a very good character. To be fair, we got really good damage there. But yeah, those are some of the teams, combos, and stuff that I've been trying and probably will be using. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be going towards this team. It's just like full sin team, full legendaries, a bit more pay to win a little bit. I say pay to win. I'm free to play, but I've done it. It's just the fact that obviously I've been playing a little bit longer than you lot. But yeah, guys, that is going to wrap up the video. We have a lot to grind today, and also as well, there's so much to actually farm. I have so much energy I need to get rid of. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and yeah.